Good evening, good morning, and good night. Welcome to Inappropriate Radio. It's your host, Tashana. Let's get into this. So, hi guys. I hope all is well. Okay. Did I say no periodic, no alien talk? I said that? Okay, I didn't. Okay, whatever. That's not what's going on today. All right. But you already know the creator came through with a message. All right. So, guys, yesterday we had a conversation about, what did we talk about yesterday? About being able to recognize spirits and when to reveal to ourselves that we can see the spirit. Like, reveal to the spirit, hey, I see you, I know you. And then there are times to sit back and observe and collect as much information about the spirit as possible, and how the creator will inform you on when to expose yourself, right? When to let the spirit know you are on to them. I have been granted the ability to see, hear, smell into the realms, right? I got pressed yesterday. I don't know who listened, right? But while I was giving the message, I was hearing into the spirit. Well, it wasn't even like wow. It was like after I uploaded, like a couple of hours later, rather. And someone pressed me. First of all, don't do that no more, all right? Because if I send my sesties after your sesties and your besties, you're not going to like it, all right? Not even after your sesties, but after your besties, all right? Don't do that. If you want to communicate with me, text me, call me, email me, inbox me, DM me. I don't know. Do a smoke signal, but do not come into my auric field without my permission. I will penalize you. I will have you penalized, all right? Don't do that. Whoever it was, they kind of leaned into my field and they pressed me about the types of spirits. So the creator gave me the unction to go ahead and talk about some of these spirits that we should be able to identify, and the spirits that we should know. We need to reveal ourselves to this spirit and let the spirit know, hey, I see you, I know what you're doing, I know where you come from, and I banish you and I send you back to wherever you came from. Again, not all of these spirits come from hell. Not all of these spirits are demonic in nature, okay? They're just low vibrational in nature, some of them, meaning that they're trapped in this dimension. Okay, and we're going to go over that because that is I got a download in regards to that about a week or so ago, and the creator had me sit on it, I'm assuming because of the new information and downloads that he's been giving me, right? So, gluttony, okay? Gluttony is a spirit that we all know is connected to overindulging, okay? It doesn't have to be food and drink. It can be anything. So this gluttony spirit is actually attached to the Jezebel, because the Jezebel is all about feeding your desires, okay? It is a spirit. So really, this Jezebel spirit is like the grandpa, right? And then the gluttony is a spirit of greed. So food, water, smoking, drinking, sex, anything that affects, your greed for money, right? Anything that sex is connected to, or anything that feeds your desires, okay? Anything that forces you to forget about the goodness of the creator is a curse in itself, is a bad spirit in itself. But these particular spirits are connected to serving your desires, your desires, okay? Not the desires of the creator. Two different things. Your desires are what keep you bound to this dimension. Okay? Anything that affects your life force is a Jezebel. So porn addiction, sex addictions. If you are easily angered. Okay, I know it doesn't seem like it fits, but it is attached. It is under that umbrella. Anything that can, and that the spirit of like anger and patience, it straddles a few different fences, but it tips over into the Jezebel. It's attached to it, but it is also a part of a few other families, right? There are some spirits that border different dimensions, and they come from different places, and they can latch on to you, whether they are coming down through the pipeline of the bloodline, whether they are in your environment that you're in and you just soaked it up because someone released it and they were strong enough to propel it and you were too weak to withstand, right? Or if the spirit was just simply sent to you. Sometimes these spirits are assigned to us in the realms, and God will allow it to happen because releasing His spirit is all for His glory. Releasing His spirit is how you get closer to Him. Releasing His spirit is how you realize how good He is and how strong you are and how connected you are in the realms. Okay, so all of these things play a role. Don't be fooled by the feeling and the notion that people are going to be possessed by these spirits and they can't break them away. They can't break off of them because it's a part of the divine plan. Okay, this is what God allows because it's going to get us where we are going. Okay, now next spirit, demonic spirits, any kind of spirit that is attempting to control you in a way that keeps you from accomplishing your goals. Okay, people have names for these spirits like Leviathans and Nephilims and all of these different spirits and angels that are low vibrational in nature. But I'm going to tell you, any spirit, right? The spirit of laziness, okay? The spirit of procrastination. It could be the same spirit. Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. Depends on the scenario, okay? The spirit of force, okay? Spirits that are trying to force you to do things that you literally know you should be doing, you don't want to do, but there's some urge that you have to do this thing anyway. Doesn't matter what it is, okay? If a spirit is trying to force you to do something, that means it's taking you away from your own ideas, your own understanding, right? Your own urges, okay? And there's a difference between God's desires, your desires, and the desires that are connecting you to these spirits. Different, totally different, okay? But anything that you know the Creator has placed on you to accomplish, to get done and do, and then you just get these urges to do the complete otherwise, you have to know if it is God trying to stop you from doing something that you want to do. And then you have to know if it is a spirit that is trying to get in between you and God. You have to learn how to make that discernment, okay? That distinction, because that right there is where you are going to start getting your blessings. The more you can fight off these spirits, the more you can keep your discipline, the more you can keep focus, is the more you'll get blessed, because you'll start seeing and hearing and sensing the Creator even more, okay? So any spirit, and I only said like laziness and, the spirit of poverty, the spirit of addiction, those are, the spirit of lack, the spirit of depression, the spirit of anxiety, the spirit of suicide. These are all spirits that are connected to removing you from the scope of everything, right? From the scope of life. To get you off of your path means that they get to disrupt God's plan. Okay? The spirit of disobedience. All right? Any spirit that connects you to your path, good or bad, even if you don't believe it was sent by God. Okay? Because a lot of spirits, remember, we have an angel of death. That's one of God's angels. There are spirits that are directly correlated and connected to the Creator. They come from the higher realms. They're representations of the Creator in one of his facets. And these spirits too are they're about business, okay? They come through and slay shit. They come and take you right up out of here if they need to. Remember, God won't bring you to it if he won't bring you through it. All right? So, there are tons of other spirits, and I don't want to just ramble on about them. So I encourage you to have a relationship enough with God to understand when you are under the influence of any of these spirits, okay? Because it's possession. It's technically possession. If you are operating under any spirit other than the spiritual belch, that God has laid on you and rested on you and wants you to get familiar with, then you are under the possession of a spirit. Okay, you are under possession. When you operate out of the energies and spirits that the Creator wants you to, then you are technically walking in your light. Okay, this is the light, aka the spirit that he's endowed you with to get through your path. Okay, this is why we get destiny swapping, energy stealing, energy harvesting, being a vampire, monitoring. This is why we have that, because your light that the Creator gives you is worth a lot. So a lot of people want to take it and steal it and use it for what they want to use it for. Okay, this is why people want to steal it, because it's an abundant energy. Imagine you having the essence of someone else. It doesn't even make sense. It only makes sense if you're an energy vampire. It doesn't make sense if you are one of those people that believe in God. If you are one of those people that have answered their calling, if you are one of those people who are in tune to the voice of God, if you are vibrating high enough that you don't even freaking need a job and you're okay with being out in nature and serving people and preaching the gospel, these are people who have shed these spirits so much so that they don't need anything of the world to survive here. Because they've mastered the art of themselves. They've built a strong enough connection between them and the Creator, and they are obedient to the voice of God. It's that simple. And we're not going to go into that multiple gods thing, because I'm talking about the Creator of all things, right? I'm going all the way up the chain. I'm going to the founder and the CEO. Not the treasurer. Not the manager, not the supervisor, okay? Not the shift manager, the person who made it all. Once you establish a genuine connection, because a lot of people are kind of trying to force these relationships with God, and that's not how it goes. You have to be for real. Because remember, this is a planet of water and reflection. God can see through all of that. It doesn't matter where you are. God knows your heart. He put everything in you, inside of you. He created everything in this room. He created hate, fear, the devil, the angels, the winds, the waters, the stars, the skies, the planets, all the animals, all the spirits that exist in us. All He created everything, okay? So those spirits that I named are the spirits that are easier to identify, and those are the spirits that you need to walk down. You need to walk those spirits down. You get those spirits under your authority and you beat them to death. You beat them and banish them and send them back to where they're supposed to be. Okay, those are the spirits that you can look down in the face. Now, those demonic spirits, next level. All right. This is where the fasting comes in, and the prayer, and the not testing the spirit, and the letting the God do it. This is where that comes in. All right. Might do a part 2, but I'm going to end it here. I love y'all. Hope all is well. Hope y'all are drinking your water, eating your fruit and vegetables, and sipping your own tea. Peace.